Hello there. So I decided I wanted to just make this quick little unorganized video. Essentially, I just wanted to make a in real life video of myself. So I made music for 6 years under the name Guwazny, which started Halloween, so October 31st, 2018, and I officially ended it exactly 6 years from then, October 31st, 2024, which is almost a year from now, which is crazy to think about. But I kind of just wanted to make a little video saying and showing where I'm at now. So if you don't know, my name is Guwazny, or some of my close friends call me G, but I just wanted to give a little bit of insight on me and kind of reflect on the music that I made. So currently I'm sick, so this is something that I had thought about doing for a while, and what better time to do it than now, because there's really nothing else that I want to do. But as I said, my name's Guwazny. I'm from Pennsylvania. I started making music, like I said, in October of 2018. Yeah, I was 17 years old at the time. I'm currently 24. It's kind of crazy how time flies like that. But yeah, so I started making music because honestly it was during like high school time, and as many people do, you go through hardships in about that time in your life because you're a teen and you're just experiencing so many different things, whether it be just normal hormonal changes or situational things in your life, whatever it may be. That was my outlet. And just from listening to music, and I think that there were some people at my school that were also making music, I figured, I'd give it a try. So that's exactly what I did. And I actually had no interest in producing the instrumentals at first. So that actually started because when I started to make music, I just found beats on YouTube. I actually asked somebody from my school, or they were like, oh yeah, I can make you a beat and stuff, and he never did, and I'm kind of impatient with stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna learn how to do this. Turns out it wasn't very hard, and that's kind of where I went from there, producing almost all of my own songs. So one of the things, like I said, there's really no format to this, but one of the things I don't think really, I never told anybody, at least like, publicly, like when I had social media and all that, like what the fuck does Guwazny mean? And simply, all it means, well, it's a word that I kind of created. So I literally went on Google Translate and I took the word observant and put it through, and I decided to translate it through Polish, which came up with Uwazny. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but pretty much Guwazny without the G. And then I added the G in front of it to kind of make that name. And I sort of took inspiration from XXXTentacion because he kind of, not exactly the same thing, but, translated temptation and then added that in front of it. So it was a similar kind of concept. But that's literally all it means, simply just because I feel like I'm a pretty observant person. So a lot of times I can be quiet. So that's kind of sort of where I got that from. But just to kind of bounce around here, just thinking of things off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't make music anymore. At least I don't do it under Guwazny, or I don't do it seriously. I really just kind of make it for fun every once in a while, something that I do with friends, like joke songs just between me and my friends. But I just decided to stop because over time I realized I wasn't really as interested in the music anymore. And like a lot of the hobbies I would go through in my life, I would kind of get to a point where it's like I would obsess over it so much, and I would do it so frequently, it would just, it just was everything I wanted to do. And then until it just kind of fizzles out. And I kind of get to a point where it's like, I feel like I've progressed enough where it's like, all right, I'm satisfied. And slowly it fizzles out and I move on to something else. So plain and simple, it was an outlet for me to express my feelings. Hence why all of my songs are serious and not happy, because it's purely the reason for my songs is purely to convey whatever emotion it was that I wanted to portray in the song, not necessarily to have something that's catchy, but just to convey a feeling. It's more of an experience than it is something to be catchy and stuck in your head. But yeah, so honestly, so today is October 5th, 2025, and honestly, I'm doing very well in my life. I mean, obviously right now I'm sick. I never get sick, so this kind of sucks. But beyond that, everything's been really good. I've been working a full-time job for, it's literally been almost exactly a year since I started that. I've been taking better care of like my physical health with exercise. One of my favorite hobbies I like to play, a little fun fact, is I like to play disc golf. I guess some of the people who knew me in like the little community that that people I talk to knew that, but that's something I like to play and do. So I kind of revisit some hobbies sometimes and come back to them just to kind of be like, all right, let's see what this is all about. But yeah, I've been doing really well. I am not on any social media. I just kind of realized it's not really for me, not really something I want to be on. I did make a more personal YouTube page just for like throwaway videos, which this may be where I post it. I don't know. I might post it on the Guwazny page. I don't know. But yeah, so there's probably more I could talk about, but I'll try to kind of wrap it up right now. But yeah, so the only music I do make now is under a different name, and I only really do it as I feel like it. I actually started it pretty much a year ago. It's under the name The Empty Man, which if I post this video, I'll probably link it somewhere. I don't know how to do that. I'm still trying to figure out all this stuff with videos, but I've been making that. It's all instrumental. It's kind of based on the same style as The Caretaker. Probably have heard, it's some very creepy, dismal, washed out instrumentals, and to me that was the most freeing thing to make. It just felt the most natural, hence like the last album I put out under Guwazny, the Empty Excerpts collection, like all those songs pretty much were very similar to what morphed into me making songs under The Empty Man. But like I said, like I don't have any social media presence other than just like my personal YouTube page, which I only have one video on, and I guess this is where it's gonna go. But yeah, so I made one really good album for The Empty Man, and then I kind of added like the prequel of like all the songs I dumped onto my SoundCloud when I first started making that, and then I had some other songs after that, and I'm gonna end up making some more music under that as well. I kind of feel like it might be a good way, because like as the winter comes, everybody kind of gets this your mood kind of shifts because it just doesn't stay light out as often, and mood kind of goes down. Yeah, it's kind of like another way for me to really just let out emotion through a different project, simply. But yeah, that's really all I can think of right now. This video is so unstructured. I don't know if I'm gonna cut these parts. Like I said, I'm sick right now, so this is just something I really wanted to do for a while, and I really just wanted to make it as natural as it could be, just with whatever came into my head for me to talk about. But yeah, that has been pretty much just a, I guess, IRL check-in with me, and I don't really know if anyone's gonna see this because I'm not gonna like try to promote it, whatever, and all that. But like, if people happen to see this, and I don't know, you want other things relating to Guwazny and like just talking stuff about music, like I'd be perfectly cool with doing that because this seems like a very chill format. So yeah, that's all I have for right now, and I'm probably gonna try to record some other videos sort of like this, not related to Guwazny, but yeah, we'll see. So see you later.